Hello again, everyone. Welcome back and welcome to 2016. Today I've chosen to start off the official new year with a cigar that was really my number 2 ranked cigar for last year, the Viaje Holiday Blend. This is the current edition that just came out around Christmas time. Viaje Holiday Blend 2015. And they're very secretive with their ingredients. All I know is the wrapper is a Brazilian Arapiraca wrapper. Binder and filler, I don't know. These were made by PDR Cigars in the Dominican Republic. The size is 5 by 54. It is box pressed-ish, because if you see, it's not a very sharp box press. There is the density in shot. And also from that shot, you will notice an unfinished foot, or yeah, I would call it just totally unfinished foot. There you go. See a better shot of it there. Very dark wrapper. Looks good. Have no idea how it's going to compare to last year's number 2 ranked cigar, but I don't think Viaje makes very bad cigars. So let's get right to it. The Viaje Holiday Blend 2015. All right, one thing I want to try to remember to do this year is to disclose where I got these cigars from. Were they given to me, sent to me by a manufacturer? Did I purchase them to myself? Were they sent to me by one of the viewers? In this case, I purchased these myself, but I had to do it online because my local shop ran out in like 2 hours after he got them in. So not knowing if they were going to get any more in, and it's doubtful they were. Great draw. I decided to seek them out online, and I've had one so far, but I didn't have it with a clean palate, so I'm not sure if I trust what I tasted, so I'm going to do it now. Now, with an unfinished foot, you're going to have lots of little, it looks cool when it lights up, because when you fire it off, because the pieces fly everywhere, but that's also not very good over a keyboard. Well, I'm almost 2 minutes into the cigar, and it's just taking me to that point to get the lay of the land, so to speak. It really tastes like a cedar, boysenberry combination. Cedar is what you get first, sweet cedar, followed by the boysenberry notes, a lot of coffee notes. Seems like a little touch of cream there right at the tail end of that boysenberry that makes it very smooth and sort of sweet cream taste. I think it's early to have might be too early for a finish. Now see, on that puff I got a little dry wood also aspect on the front end. I think it's a little early for the finish. It has some sweetness to it. It has a little lingering pepper to it, which, by the way, is a black pepper. Rated at about, it's not bad, 7.5, close to an 8. It's not overpowering, but it's very nice ground black pepper. The finish is sort of a cream with a little buttery aspect, buttery cream. Not so much getting butter on the front end right now, but I am hopeful. So let's just wait and see where we go from here. Viaje Holiday Blend 2015. Well, I'm about 1 inch in exactly, and I agree with everything I previously told you. There is a lot, though, must stress, a lot of dark notes, dark coffee notes. It's not an espresso, it's a very dark roasted coffee, and they are very, very obvious. Now, the cedar, boysenberry combination, a little bit of dry wood, touch of cream, and I'll go so far as to say a touch of butter now on those front end flavors. It's all there. The coffee probably takes up close to half of the flavors. It's very dominant, very dark. The finish is just like I explained before, a buttery cream. This almost has a touch of that dry wood on the finish. Just a touch. But those are the flavors. And I would call the cigar, well, it's basically medium bodied. It's going to move quickly, I believe, to medium to full. So 1 inch in, flavors are about like I described. Here we go. About 30 minutes in. Nice slow burning cigar. Look at that burn. Speaking of burn, you know, I think the flavors are about like I described. They're getting better. They're starting to really come together, almost like mixing them in a mixing bowl. But that dry wood is now becoming evident to me that it is dry cedar. The sweet cedar is a dry sweet cedar, and that boysenberry gets it. And oh boy, that's really a nice flavor. Everything else is about the same. I really wanted to come back just to tell you that and to show you how far you get in 30 minutes. So we're going to get a good bit of mileage out of this cigar. So that's all I got. Be back in a little bit. Well, we must be right around the midpoint. Coffee notes are still very prominent. Dry, sweet cedar with just a touch of cream and a touch of butter. The boysenberry notes are starting to drift close, further and further away. But they're there. But they're just, the dry, sweet cedar with the cream and the butter is the predominant grouping, and the boysenberry is sort of secondary to those. I would leave the finish just like I described it, including the mysterious dry wood there, which must be dry cedar, but just tastes pretty much like dry wood, dry oak. Still not really what I would call much over medium bodied. The flavors suggest it's stronger, but not the feel, the amount of Lajero, if you will. So I'm going to stick with medium bodied for right now. So it's not a lot changing. It's fairly consistent. Well, we don't have much over an inch left, but we've got a little bit. The flavors now have dissolved down to, or filtered down to, dry sweet cedar, butter, and coffee. Everything else is pretty much gone away. So that's what you've got. There is a touch of buttery richness, but you know, not a lot. But the dry sweet cedar is pretty nice. Coffee is predominant. It's before I said it took up half the flavors. It probably takes up close to that, maybe 40%. Now, medium bodied, finish unchanged. We don't have much further to go. I'll be back to wrap it up here shortly. Well, we're down to the end. So let's wrap it up. Interesting point. The ash fell once on this cigar. First time I'm looking at it in the tray. It's about 2 inches long. And there's the rest of it. So it's a very nice constructed cigar type. Burned evenly. The cigar started out, had made some various changes, and we settled down to those flavors that I just went over. It's been a very good cigar. You never should really compare a cigar to a previous year. How can you not do it? But you shouldn't, because everything stands on its own. This has been a good cigar. Don't think it had quite the flavors that impressed me with last year's version, but it's still been very good. Very hard to find. They may all be gone off of your store shelves now, but if you find some, go ahead and try them. You can find them online too. But the cigar had good notes, and I really enjoyed the dry sweet cedar, and even now in the end it's very good. A little bit of butter helps it, and of course the coffee is always good. Black pepper is very good in this cigar. The finish was nice. I'll stick with medium bodied. It may look in the direction of medium to full, but to me it never even got there. All in all, for me, I'm rating it a 92. Very good cigar, solid, nice flavors. Limited. Try them if you can find them.